on, Jappy. Here, Jappy. Come on. Jappy.
Oh, Brian.
Hello, Mr. Harris. Come on. Good dog.
Hello, Brian.
Hello, Miss McDonald. Come on, Jappy. Sit. I just saw Miss McDonald.
She's feeling better.
Does that mean she's gonna teach us again?
It won't be so bad. Have a licorice. Anything urgent, Dr. Zvarish?
Same old remedies for the same old aches and pains. How'd you make out with that prescription?
Just made it up. First time I filled one for myself.
Should put the fire out.
Crombie, Reverend Powley.
Gerald.
We missed you at church on Wednesday.
Wednesday.
The CGIT service was lovely. Mariel here led the procession. I think it's very important for young people to learn to take their part in community and church affairs.
Jerusalem, the harlot of Jerusalem, a prostitute of ill repute, the daughter of the
Would you look at that?
The Baptist deacon didn't catch his knockers in the 36-inch threshing machine.
Oh, Ben, where you been?
Shooting prairie chickens.
Prairie chicken. Good lot of season, aren't you?
Brian,
Hello, Mr. Digby.
all ready for school?
Yep.
What do you got this time?
Thomas Aquinas.
Thomas who?
There's Uncle Sean.
I'm sorry, Sean. You can offer no security, and I fail to see how it would increase your income.
Horseshit, Abercrombie. I don't give a good goddamn if it increases my income. I want to show what irrigation can do. You take your goddamn security and stick it.
Cup of tea, Sean?
Yes, thanks, Maggie.
Uncle Sean.
You're growing like stinkweed.
Trouble, John?
Nope.
Just passing by. Saw you coming out of Dr. Severich's office the other day.
Oh, there might be something wrong.
You didn't tell me, Gerald.
It's not worth mentioning. It's a little stomach trouble.
So school starts up again next Tuesday, Brian? I hear Miss MacDonald's back in town. Well, don't let her get you down.
A little discipline never hurt anybody.
Discipline, you call it.
Pay no attention to him, Brian.
That's not the sort of thing to be telling me own nephew. God damn.
That's not the sort of language to be using in front of your own nephew.
What's wrong with my language?
It belongs in the barn.
It does not.
It does too, Mr. O'Connell.
Well, I'll not argue with you, Miss McMurray. I'm not like some that always has to have the last word.
I do not.
Yes, you do.
You just did it yourself.
Well, I did.
There, you've done it again.
So you've been at it again. I'll take the whole litter out to the farm.
What?
Well, that's where cats belong. In the barn.
Why don't you stay around for a while? Relax.
No, gotta get back to the farm. You're the one should relax.
Let me have it, Spalpeen.
It's dead.
Why?
It happens to things.
But
We'll bury it, all right?
why does it happen to things?
Your Grandma McMurray would probably say it's God's will. I only know you can't have life without death. Possibility of death. Even in birth.
It doesn't seem right.
It's not a question of right. When you're older, you'll understand that, Spalpeen. Sometimes life seems it's cruel. That's part of it. But there are the good things, too.
Like what?
Like being young and healthy. Finding out all about life. The others will be all right.
The young man watches all the time.
In town, too?
No, just the prairie. I don't think he likes it in town.
Boy, I wish Mrs. McDonald had died.
Yeah, she just hates kids. I wonder why.
He looks like he's wearing his father's tie.
And she looks as if she's wearing her father's jacket.
Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, the power, and the glory, forever and ever. Amen. Be seated. Now, Marielle, dear, would you hand...
Thank you.
The young Ben, as usual, has not shown up.
I'll look into it, Miss McDonald.
In my opinion, this truancy of his should have been reported to the school board long ago. He should be made to come to school.
I'm not so sure. What are we trying to teach him anyway? To line up 6 times a day, raise his hand when he wants to leave the room?
You're the principal here.
Yes, I am. Morning, Ben.
Morning.
Well, I see you've decided to honor us with your presence after all. How many of us brushed our teeth 20 strokes? And how many of us remember to chew each bite 10 times? And how many of us washed our hands and face before we came to school? Brian?
Yes, Miss McDonald?
Brian, did you say that you had washed your hands this morning? Now, Brian, would you hold up your washed hands for the class to see? This boy did not wash his hands, and he did lie about it. Now, Brian, we'll just have you here with your washed hands for all the class to see. This isn't punishment. The Lord punishes little boys who don't wash their hands and then say they did. Now, grade 3s. I'd like you to copy the arithmetic exercises off the board while I listen to the grade 4s read. I trust they still remember how. Doreen, you begin. Stand up, please. Feet together. Head up.
It was a little acorn that hung on the bough of a tree. It had a tender green cup and a beautifully carved saucer to hold it.
The mother tree, through her wind voices, whispered loving words to all her babies. The summer days were so bright and pleasant that the acorn never thought of anything but sunshine. But summer ended, and the autumn days came. The green cup of the acorn turned to brown.
The hare was much liked by the other animals in the pasture. All claimed to be her friends. One day she heard in the distance the baying of hounds. She knew they were following her trail, but believed her friends would aid her.
Now, grade 3s, I want you to turn to your arithmetic. You grade 1s can continue playing with your plasticine. We'll get down to some real work for you tomorrow.
1 times 6 equals 6. 2 times 6 equals 12. 3 times 6 equals 18. 4 times 6 equals 26. 5 times 6 equals 30. 6 times 6 equals 36. 7 times 6 equals 22. 8 times 6 equals 26.
Grade 1, baby.
29. B8, B1.
That. Grade 2, tag.
In the clear water. He took the shadow and saw to be another dot.
Each girl gets. If a pound of sugar can be bought for 8 cents, how many pounds can be bought for 4 cents? If a boy walks 12 miles in 3 hours, Brian, you can sit down now. Charlie Thunder, would you get some water, please?
For what we are about to receive, the Lord make us truly thankful. Amen.
Give me any carrots, Mother.
Carrots are good for you, son.
They make you grow. I'm fond of them myself, but they disagree with me.
Is anything the matter, Brian? What is it, Brian?
There's no reason you should dislike my son, is there, Miss MacDonald?
No. No, there's not.
He is just a child.
The boy lied to me. He had not washed his hands.
Yes, I know, and of course you didn't know just what made him do it, but... Do you like children, Miss MacDonald?
Yes, of course I do.
I don't see why you threatened him with God's punishment.
He lied to me. You can't hold me responsible if your son is high-strung. He had it coming to him.
You must be a very unhappy woman. I am a woman of some restraint. I have few friends or acquaintances. Instead, I have my husband and my 2 sons. Brian is mine. I bore him. Perhaps if you were to have a child, you would be a happier and a better teacher. I'm sorry, Miss MacDonald.
Why do people sleep, Daddy?
Habit.
What's a habit?
That's something you do over and over again. I've seen the young Ben around the front of the house a couple of times. What's he up to, do you suppose?
He wants to know if I'm all right.
Thank you.
What exactly is wrong with Miss MacDonald?
Oh, ulcerative colitis. Nerves. Dr. Sverich advised her last spring to take a year off. But now she has no choice. Didn't you say your first school was Azure? Peter Sverich used to practice there, didn't he?
Yes?
So you know one another?
Yes, we know one another.
Do you mind?
Not at all. I always have. I can also drive a binder and break a horse.
You can teach, too.
Thank you.
Just for God's sake, keep away from the window.
Tell me about Jonathan Ben.
Who?
Jonathan Ben.
Oh, you mean the young Ben? Well, he's a strange boy, but he's one of my favorites.
It's your turn, Brian. What's eating you? Run around that black cat sitting in the center. Slips.
Good morning. I'm Miss Thompson. Miss McDonald is taken ill, and I'm going to be taking her place. Now, it's going to take me a little while to get to know all your names. Stevie Bottom? Will you clean the board, please? Go ahead. Jonathan Ben. Jonathan Ben. I'd like you to take this to the post office for me. Tang, would you hand out the grade 4 readers, please? Forbes, you may begin, please. We'll start on page 17. There's no need to stand. We can read from our seats.
The golden windows. All day long, the little boy worked hard in field and barn and shed, for his people were poor farmers and could not pay workmen. But at sunset there came an hour that was all his own, for his father had given it to him. Then the boy would go up to the top of a hill and look across at another hill that rose some miles away. On this far hill stood a house with windows of clear gold and diamonds. Maybe he's got a back door. Maybe he's going out the back door. Chappie would have seen him go. He hasn't got any back door. Look, he's going down now. He took his ass out of the hole and he's coming up now. Get ready. More water. All he wants is more water. Half a large pail will come out all the way. I didn't do anything to him. I didn't do anything to him.
Pain.
Breakfast, Ballbean.
Do you ever get a feeling like you want to know something? That you're gonna find out something, except you don't know what? Do you ever get that feeling?
I get hungry sometimes.
Muriel Abercrombie, that is quite enough. We'll see you tomorrow, class.
Nobody's going to a party. I'm not going. Grace isn't going. Nobody's going except you. I know a riddle. She's in grade 4. She has black, stringy hair and yellow, slanty eyes. 10!
Muriel? May I speak to you for a moment? I'm going to Tang's birthday party this afternoon. I understand she's invited all the girls in grade 4. Are you going? Are you going to Tang's party, Muriel? Muriel?
No, Mother says not. He shouldn't be in a coop.
You're the O'Connell boy, ain't you? Thought so. You got your mother's eyes and walk. Show him my owl. Did you tell him how I got it? Goddamn near lost a finger and an eye. Christ, how them things can scratch. You see, an owl has to light. He has to light before he can get to the ground. Now, I took me some chicken guts, and I spread them out in the ground, and I looked around till I saw me that old poplar over there. And I says, that's for me. If I was a goddamn owl, that's where I'd light. Took one of my traps and put it on top of that old poplar. Now, I go down below to wait, and I wait, and I wait. Pretty soon that old bird comes flapping along, goes right into the trap. Snap! He's mine.
Where's Tang?
She's in there.
Thank you. Happy birthday, Tang.
Thank you. Thank you.
Same face, same heart. When are you going to learn to take things in perspective?
Perspective. They're my children.
They're not your children. You didn't conceive them, bear them.
They are my children. Though I haven't slept with any Chinese lately. They'd be mine if they were Ukrainian.
I believe they would. They might have been.
I'm sorry, Peter. You must understand, I didn't know you were here when I agreed to come.
I believe you. Now, about Mrs. Abercrombie.
Peter? Is there any reason for us to be unkind to each other?
I suppose not.
Tired, Peter.
Kids, I got them. 133 of the bastards. Spread clear from Halifax to Vancouver. Best goddamn brew I ever made. And that 133 don't count the young Ben. That damn kid was born growed up. The old lady, she comes to me and she says, Ben, she says, you better go get the doc. Pain's coming real fast now. So I go out and throw a harness on old Dolly. Had to chase her all over the goddamn bottom section. And when I get back to the house, the old lady's sitting on a goddamn apple crate, peeling some goddamn potatoes in the goddamn slop pail. Where's my goddamn hat, I says. You don't need it, she says. The goddamn kid's already been born. He went out for to chop me some kindling. Goddamn kid was born, growed up.
Yeah, he's a strange one anyway. About these other 130 kids, Mrs. Ben, she know about them?
Goddamn right she don't know. She's fixing to turn me into the law as it is. Her goddamn still boiled over, inebriated her goddamn hens. Yeah, I gotta find a new hiding place for it. I'm out of business.
Reverend Powley's looking for a janitor for the church if you're interested in some honest work.
How about a drop of the dance?
Might do my throat something.
Mr. Neely? I've come to see you about the Wong family.
What about it?
I was wondering if the council was planning to put them on relief.
Look, I'm only the mayor. I ain't the electors. Them Chinese ain't the only people need help. We got lots of families on relief. Lots of families.
Blaine's gone under. Sash and door factory's on the edge.
Yes, yes, dear, we know all about that.
Wong's still behind in his taxes. If we force it, he'll go under too.
Young Digby was around wondering when we were going to put the Wongs on relief. I understand he's paying their account at the grocery store.
In my opinion, the Wong's the responsibility of the Chinese community.
Trouble is, there ain't no other Chinese in the community. But maybe we better just leave her at the status quo. Let's just...
I want to know what is being done about the Ben.
We're trying, Mrs. Abercrombie. No evidence is the trouble.
Mr. Ben, do you realize how late it is?
I know it's late, Mr. Powley, but I have to talk to you tonight.
I'm working on my sermon.
My heart is that heavy with sin.
What man of you, having 100 sheep, if he lose one of them, doth not leave the 99 in the wilderness and go after that which is lost until he find it? And when he hath found it, he layeth it on his shoulders, rejoicing. And when he cometh home, he calleth together his friends and his neighbors, saying unto them, Rejoice with me, for I have found my sheep which was lost. We're very glad to have you as a member of the congregation. Please, please, step up. The hand of fellowship, welcome to the fold. All of you who have read the notice board will have noticed already that, will have learned already that the Ben is to fill the position of church janitor, so recently and sadly vacated by poor dear Barney Hepworth.
Hired man. Their eyes ain't seen the majesty of his glory, nor the greatness of his work. Come unto me where I dwell in the midst of my critters. Come unto me with your jacks and your badgers and your weasels. Oh, and your skunk and gophers too. Come unto me, boys, with the creeping critters that hath life, and the fowls of the air. Oh, the glory of the Lord come out of the east. His voice was the wind, coming over the prairie's far rim. And he saith unto me, Sammy, Sammy, don't you never sell them there Clydes, because without 'em ye shall not enter. I will take them up with you. They shall be shod with silver horseshoes. Diamonds and emeralds shall be in their breeching, and their holler shanks shall be of purest gold. I got a lot of blue labels now. Yeah, I got them all off in underwear. But I say unto you, it ain't easy to get those red ones. No. And I say unto you, I ain't got no new matchboxes whatsoever could be numbered the sands of the sea. But I saved them. Saved the saved matchboxes. Saved the saved labels. Saved the drops of rain and the days of eternity. Saved. And it came to pass that all was saved. Sammy saved them all. Well, I gotta get, boys. The Lord is waiting for Sammy in the east corner of the pasture.
Come on.
Could be gastritis, I suppose.
Serious?
No, not yet. Might bloom into an ulcer. You should try relaxing a little, take some time off from the drugstore. How old are you?
45.
Oh, might be the change of life.
I've had it twice then.
Gone again, eh?
With the heel this time.
Kind of spruced up today, ain't ya? I hear that new teacher at the school is quite a looker.
Have you read Thomas Aquinas?
Bunch of crap.
Crap.
There's two kinds of reality. What's real and what seems to be real to a feller.
What's real, Milt?
What's real? Well, in the beginning, getting born. In the end, getting dead. And in the middle, there's hunger and love and sleeping and waking and women. And there's this brew of the bends.
You forgot thinking, Milt.
No, I didn't forget it. He's not worth a damn. Take it, somebody dies. And along comes Polly with the heavenly land on high and a shiny box and flowers and a whole lot of things that have nothing to do with death. Do you know what death is? Death is stinking, rotting, dust. And you're back to the prairie again. Brian. You tell your grandmother she's going to need another pair of half-soles, okay? And take birth. What's that? Birth announcements? Cigars? Hell no.
St. Sammy Belterleben. He used to farm the old Horn place. Prairie drove him crazy.
How?
Oh, from years of being hailed out, droughted out, rusted out. Prairie has some strange ones.
Is that why you didn't want to become a farmer? Because of the drought?
Well, there was no drought then. We were a pretty poor family, but there was no drought. See, it's just that Sean was the farmer in our family. He used to say he'd rather stook 40 acres and sign his name. He used to like to do things. I used to like to read. Sean was the one who found me the money to go to university. He let me pay him back, but he's never asked for a cent since.
I know what a bootlegger is.
You do?
I even know where the band's got a still head.
On Wednesday, a special meeting of the Women's Christian Temperance Union will be held at the Town Hall. Mrs. Abercrombie has arranged a distinguished speaker, Miss Whitmore from Toronto, to address the meeting. I urge you all to attend. There are those among the temperance movement that would have us concentrate all our efforts on a Save the Children campaign. Forget the confirmed drunkard, they say. Save the young from that first fatal drink while there's still time. A fence at the top of the cliff is better than an ambulance at the bottom. But one cannot serve one without the other. And here, in our own parish, we have shown, with God's help, that it's possible to do both. That not even the most profligate among us is beyond recall. There's no cause for alarm. Please remain seated. On Friday, the ladies' auxiliary dinner. will be held at the home of Mrs. Abercrombie.
Why, Gerald, that's the...
Next week, my sermon will be based on Psalm 94. O Lord God, to whom vengeance belongeth, thou God, to whom vengeance belongeth, show thyself. Lord, how long shall the ungodly triumph?
They ain't got enough evidence to prosecute. Reverend's chewing nails. Come on, I'll give you a ride to the edge of town. Whoa!
In the middle of all the town people.
Something about
Good morning, very nice.
I don't believe
You find that still.
smell.
You find, get your dogs out. Get your dogs out and find the still. Look.
The old gray mare went on the whiffle tree, on the whiffle tree, on the whiffle tree. The old gray mare went on the whiffle tree many long years ago.
Do you swear that the evidence you shall give to the court touching the matters in question shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do.
Well, Ben, what have you got to say for yourself?
Not guilty.
Jake.
Guilty.
Jake, have you seen my criminal code?
No, Your Honor, I ain't.
Team Harness 9085. You've given me the spring catalog. $90 in tax.
What?
I mean, 90 days, not including time in custody. Court dismissed. Damn shame.
Beats me. Judge has been the Ben's best customer for years.
It's only to cheer you up. Thank you.
Thank you.
Ruth, do you think we could hit it off together?
Jim, it's Peter and me. I thought you knew. I'm so sorry.
I ought to have known. It was stupid of me to think.
No, it wasn't. I am fond of you, and if it wasn't for Peter...
It's all right.
Then you hide if you ever bring me that junk again. Now, you get here first thing in the morning. And don't forget to feed that goddamn owl.
Does your mother know where you are? You can tell Mrs. Ben I'll have more laundry for her Friday.
Daddy's turned all yellow, even his feet when he took his shoes off. Doctor was here.
Daddy's fine. He just needs a good rest. Dr. Sverich is coming to take another look at him in the morning. I want you to be as quiet as can be. Off to sleep.
How's your dad? I don't know. Is it true that he turned all yellow? My dad says that's serious.
Dr. Sverich says the Mayo Clinic in Rochester is the best place for the operation. There's nothing to worry about.
You just see you don't get in any trouble.
I won't.
I'll drop by the house every other day or so, make sure your mother and Bobby have everything they need.
Okay, Sean.
And Brian, I don't want you picking up any bad habits.
Oh, Sean will watch his language. Won't you, Sean?
You're goddamn right I will.
Baseball pin.
Goddamn car, goddamn banks, goddamn drought. There's another one of your so-called Christians. That stumble-jumping 1.5-step sod-busting bastard that calls himself my hired man.
Can I go see the pigs with that?
How you today?
Fine.
That's the boy. Get that wire from me, will you, Brian? There we go. Oh, Sal. Oh.
Can I come in too, Ab?
Oh, sure you can. Come on in. Now, they might run away from you because they know you're a stranger.
Honest?
Oh, sure. Pigs are smart, you know.
What's the matter with that one, Ab?
Oh, one time. Oh, this... Well, this one, eh? Oh, this here's a run to the litter. Come on, let's go. Get the gate, will you?
You want tea, Mr. O'Connell?
That runt pig isn't doing so good, I can see. He should have taken care of that long before now. Be too much to expect him to take care of it first thing in the morning, I suppose.
It's time for bed.
You better go play with them cats in the barn.
I just as soon go where you're going.
No,
Why?
I told you to go play.
But why can't I come with you?
Because I said not. Now get.
I might if you told me why.
You want to know? I'll tell you. I'm going to knock that runt pig on the head, that's why.
I thought you were going to take care of it.
That's right.
But, Ab, you wouldn't do that. You wouldn't hit him on the head with a hammer.
Look, it's got to be dead. That doesn't tickle me none.
Ab!
Well, you get a big kick out of them cats.
Ab, please, tell Uncle Sean you did, but don't.
No, I got him. And I'm gonna.
All right, Ab, you go right ahead and kill that goddamn pig.
As the twig bendeth, so the tree grows. I hate to think what's going to happen to you if I hear you talk like that again.
2,500,000 goddams!
It's about time you took a look at this here kid.
What the hell's he belly aching about now?
Oh, cussing and swearing like an Irish scratcher, that's all.
Don't come any closer. You ain't gonna kill my runt, you goddamn stubble-jumping, sod-busting bastard.
Holy Jesus. Cut her out. Ain't you done enough without making her worse?
What caused the trouble?
Oh, he doesn't want me to knock the runt on the head. But does you want him to die slow? We're doing him a favor.
Killing a thing's no favor.
Leave him to me.
Mother'll be glad to hear the new words I've learned.
God damn it! Hold it!
You get the baby thing for the bottle.
Why, will not. I'll be good and goddamn
Yes,
dead
you
before I do
will.
something like that.
You get the bull and let the kid bottle feed the pig himself.
I'll get it.
That's a good pig. That's the boy. You thirsty?
Nice gun. He sure wants that gun badly.
Who does?
The young Ben.
For hunting? Why can't he use his own man's?
That's not the point. It's a beautiful thing. But he's got as much chance of getting it as I have of getting Miss Thompson.
So that's it.
Goddamn gallbladder year.
Oh, what a... Oh. What are you trying to pull off here? You know better than to fiddle with them horses. And we needed that rack for the haying.
I just thought I'd like to drive.
You thought? Christmas, that's the trouble with you. You never think. Ever since you come here, it's been one thing after another.
I'm sorry, Ab. I didn't know they'd run away.
Oh, sorry. That's a great help now, isn't it?
That was a bad thing. You caused Deb a lot of trouble. Maybe get hurt.
Oh, I wish he'd bust his head wide open. It might learn him to... Ah, never. Come on.
Paul, telegraph lady called last night, kid. Your pa down in Rochester. He went and died.
Yes. I could, yes, possibly I could. Okay, this is the one.
You'll have to be a brave boy now, Brian. Dear.
Community.
Very strong.
He was a fighter.
Hello, Brian.
Hello.
You gotta go back?
Not for a while.
Come over to my place?
I don't care.
Let's play I Betcha. Don't need the face cards for that.
I don't feel like it, Forbesy.
Okay.
He was a fine man, Forbesy. But all at my house and they're crying like anything. I haven't.
Haven't what?
Cried. I tried, but I can't. It's just like nothing was any different.
I'd sure bawl if my dad was dead.
Maybe you wouldn't.
I know I would.
Well, I haven't.
Maybe you'll bawl at the funeral.
Maybe.
And for man, his days are as grass. As a flower of the field, so he flourisheth. And the wind bloweth over it, and it is gone. And the place thereof shall know it no more. Psalms, chapter 15, verse 16. Gerald O'Connell was a fine man. A man dear to the hearts of all of us. And now the Lord hath taken him to dwell in his house forever, where he shall know no more suffering, no more anxiety, grief, or pain.
The prairie shall be glad, and she shall blossom like a rose. Yea, she shall blossom abundantly. The eyes of the blind shall see, and the ears of the deaf shall hear, and the lame is gonna leap like a jackrabbit. Water shall spout out of the prairie, and all the sloughs shall be full. Plumb
Well, you know who he is. Look at his father.
The sins of the fathers are visited upon the sons.
No. That isn't it at all. For the good of the town. For the boys'
I've
own
known
good,
the young Ben for several years. But if my life depended on it, I couldn't tell you what was for that boy's good or good for this town.
That he should steal and get off scot-free? It can't help but create an unfortunate impression among other youngsters.
You overestimate the young Ben's example. He has little or nothing to do with the other boys. Except for Brian, he doesn't go near them.
You don't intend to do anything, then, about his correction?
Not much I can do.
I understand that you paid for the articles that he stole.
I've explained to him.
You could say that you've changed your mind. The case could be reopened. That boy should have gone to reform school.
Reform school?
Yes.
The young Ben wanted a gun. Now he has a gun. I've done what I think is best.
I'm sure you have. So it's going to make it more difficult to do what we shall have to do.
Hello, Milt.
Hello, Jim.
Hello, Brian.
Hello, Mr. Digby.
I just read this philosopher fella, Berkeley.
Barclay. How'd you like him?
Just about as much the way I figured. Nothing outside, everything inside. All a sensation.
That's right.
It's all inside of me. Shop's inside of me. Town's inside of me. You're inside of me. Little Brian, he's inside of me. But who the hell is me?
About Mr. Palmer.
What about him?
Is he all right?
Yes.
I'm not inside of anybody. The town's not inside of me.
No?
No. What's he mean?
I don't think you're old enough. All right. Name something.
Shoes, road, dust,
Okay. What is it?
dirt, something that blows.
You can feel it. You can see it. Taste it. That's all it is. Just a sensation of sight, taste, and touch.
I guess you were right,
Don't let it bother you.
but it does. Everything has to figure out, doesn't it?
No. Not everything. Just some things. You just have to keep on trying.
Then I'll know someday. I get closest when there's a feeling. I used to. Is there a feeling?
Yes.
Then I'm on the right track.
I think you are.
Young Ben's gonna be sent to reform school. That's not true. Yes, it is. I heard my father talking about it. There's going to be a special meeting tonight of the school board to do it.
Hey, where are you going? We'll be late for school.
The young Ben here?
I ain't seen him since yesterday.
Sammy, have you seen the young Ben?
I'm gonna stoop the thoughts of the Lord. Gonna summer foul up for him too. And I'm gonna plow down all those Sodom and Gomorrahs that are growing up like buckwheat.
The kids aren't educated only when they're inside the schoolroom. Now, we feel that,
If you were to take a Sunday school class each Sunday.
The main point, though, is the young Ben.
What about him?
He isn't attending school regularly.
I intend to release him.
How old is he?
13.
The school act says he can't leave till he's 14.
We aren't interested in having the boy in our school, but we feel we must pay some attention to the act. I have suggested that he be sent away to a school, an institution of correction.
But to correct just what?
That theft from your store could be reopened.
Could it? We could just say that he's a bad influence and expel him. The board can do that. There's no need to send him away.
No. We feel that what we have in mind is best.
I don't think so.
In that case, we should have to ask for your resignation.
I see.
So we feel that you will see things our way, Mr. Digby. That you'll be reasonable in this and the other points that Mayor Neely has pointed out.
But Mr. Digby is a young man.
I don't see what age has to do with it.
But it does. He has a lifetime to live with himself. Just after I arrived, the Ben still blew up in the church basement. The Ben is in jail serving his term. But evidently Mrs. Abercrombie and the Reverend Mr. Powley won't be happy until the young Ben does too. I understand, Mr. Neely, that the Ben nearly got away with it by hiding his still in your shed for a couple of days. And Judge Mortimer, did you regret having to sentence the Ben? Or did you have enough time to lay in a good supply?
I'm afraid we haven't time to listen
Oh,
to
yes,
this.
you do, Mrs. Abercrombie. From the moment I arrived in this town, I've been aware of your influence. The cruel and vindictive persecution of the Wongs.
That's a...
And now you're going to insist that Mr. Digby either help you or resign. I find you people rather hard to believe. All of you. You have my resignation.
Seems like an awful lot of fuss losing 2 teachers on account of 1 kid. I don't know much about that there school act. Has it anything to do with the sending young Ben to jail?
To jail? Just to a...
There isn't so much difference.
I didn't know the young Ben was giving any trouble.
Gentlemen, I have been insulted by that woman.
Mr. Chairman, I figure that...
I am still talking, Judge.
Then hurry up and get it said.
Maybe we better just leave it stand over until we've cooled off a little.
We will not. If this is shelved tonight, you can carry on without me.
Do you mean you're thinking of resigning?
If something isn't done.
I move we accept the resignation.
I second the motion. I'm getting tired of being shoved around.
That night a high wind blew and covered the acorn deep under a heap of oak leaves. The next day water from the hillside covered them with earth. The acorn was buried. But I shall wake again, it said, and it fell asleep. If you had walked through the woods, you would have said that the acorn was gone.
Brian, are you with us?
Yes, Miss Thompson.
Are you sure?
In winter, everything seems dead. The trees, the plants, the prairie grass, but they're only sleeping. In spring, everything comes back to life again. Almost everything. Not animals. Or people.
No. Not people.
Ben, that pencil must be sharpened by now. The rest of you can go. It's almost 4. Come up here, Ben. How old are you, Ben?
13?
Not 14?
No.
Ben? I think I better let you go.
I've dropped school. Well, I better be getting home. The owl needs to be fed.
Mr. Ben, the owl shouldn't be in a coop.
You let that there goddamn owl go!
Come on now, you're free.